Hello and welcome to our demo video, Protecting Modern Applications Using PowerProtect Data Manager Generic Application Agent. This feature will be supported from PPDM version 19.19. In this demo, we will show how to enable the generic application asset source and download the generic application agent, install the generic application agent on a PostgreSQL server and integrate with PowerProtect Data Manager, approve the host in PPDM and review the asset source, create assets with required backup scripts, create a policy to protect the configured asset, perform an ad hoc backup for the configured asset, and restore the protected asset to the original server on an alternate path. From the Data Manager UI, let's begin by enabling the asset source. Expand the Infrastructure tab, select Asset Source, and click on the plus symbol to view the asset source types. Enable the generic application agent, and post that, download the generic application agent from the Downloads under Settings. Copy the agent binaries to the host. Log into the server hosting the PostgreSQL server as the root. Untar the binary copies to the server. List the files and proceed with the install using the script install.sh. When prompted for install as a non-privileged user, enter No. When prompted to integrate with PPDM, respond yes, and then key in the PPDM server details. Key in the application host details when asked. Key in the port details when prompted, and finally, respond yes for BoostFS installation. Post successful agent installation, switch back to the PPDM UI. Expand the Infrastructure tab and select Application Agent. If auto whitelisting is not enabled, check the application host, select, and approve. Wait for the application host to register. Once registered, view the Asset Source Edition under Generic Application and then click Assets. Under the Generic Application tab, click Add. Select the host, key in a name for the asset, and add the credentials. See to it that the credentials have access to the PostgreSQL server. Review and click Next. Now let's add the backup script. You can choose pgdump or pg-base backups from the available options. Key in the credentials which have the rights to run the script on the server, and then click Next. Review the script parameters and click Next. Review the summary, and click Finish. Expand the Protection tab and select Protection Policies. Click Add, name the policy, and then select Generic Application as the type. Click Next. Leave the purpose as Centralized Protection, and then click Next. Click Add under the Assets page, select the asset to be protected, and click Next. On the Objectives page, click Add under the Primary Backup and provide the details of the schedule. Click Save. Click Next, and review the pre/post script screen. You can add any if needed here. Click Next, review the options, and click Finish on review completion. Click View Details to monitor the policy configuration jobs, and wait for the policy configuration to complete. Expand the Infrastructure tab, click Asset, and select the asset under the Generic Application tab. Click Backup Now to trigger an ad hoc backup. Select the Jobs tab and the Protection Jobs pane, and wait for the backup job to trigger. Monitor the backup until completion. Now that we have confirmed that we have a successful copy, let's restore the same copy to the original server. Expand the Restore tab and select Asset. Click the host under the Generic Application and click on the View Copies tab. Select a copy from the list and click Restore. One can opt to either restore to the original host or to an alternate host. In this demo, we'll select Restore to Original Host and click Next. Review the options and key in the restore path. Select Credentials to Run As from the drop-down menu and click Next. Review and click Restore. Monitor the job under the Jobs page and select the job to see the step logs. Click View Details to monitor the job. Select the job by clicking on the job ID, expand the details, and review the step logs to monitor the progress. With that, We have successfully restored the PostgreSQL DB copy. We have reached the end of the demo. Thank you for watching.